in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers. Taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Hawkeyes will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Waddle.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Drake. Scrambling away. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown by you, Bengals. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. They'll
point. Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, they'll mark it at the 33. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry up. Offense changing the play. Wants to throw. It's John. Fires left. It's going downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playman. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Just keep slinging it. Fires into the end zone.
Are you serious?
Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking for the time with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. There's great defensive linemen. The ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down.
Conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him. He can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
To the air, it's Sharp. Throws to the wideout.
Oh, my.
It's picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heat.
Going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Might be changing the route. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. On the ground, it's Waddle.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. For a man, it's Sharp. Starting to feel a little pressure. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
To the ground with the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
I'm off Thursday night until Monday.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44.
I definitely did say that. Go back and read it.
From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Wiggins. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
I'm off Monday. I have to work.
With the catch, it's Wiggins. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a man, it's Sharp. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Gonna look downfield again. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Blasted as he lets it go. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Scanning the field, it's straight. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snatches it on the right. Finds a seam. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And he get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Might be calling a hot route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, Another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Looking to scramble. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab behind the line. It's Wiggins. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's straight. Pressure coming. And this was not working. He'll just throw it away.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. Scoop it up, try to put it in the end zone. How about the big fella getting down the field? He didn't score, but flipped the field completely and now set this offense up in a position to score some points.
Got to go, man, to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Purdue is in front. They played for most of the way. However, Purdue isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Utah. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you've got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. You're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better team. They just got to make more plays.
Finds a man in the middle. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
You got to give this guy credit all season long. He's played well, he's stayed healthy, and he's just executed. With that last throw, he's now surpassed 4,000 yards as we get late in the season.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's straight. Going for the big play. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. touchdown strike from the 46. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The option look. He'll toss it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
How hard is that as a linebacker? You're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline trying to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up that first down.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's John. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. At the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tiger. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt, when your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your long club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
The last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass was broken up, incomplete. And there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Drake. Here's a heat. Picked off, and they roll in an early drive with the turnover. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going going to be a touchdown. You are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other team.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Complete to the left. Picks up the first down, mark it on the 14 as they try to put up points before halftime. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback may change this route. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he makes the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's John. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun. Bringing the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's loose. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking deep. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Iowa.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to. But at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way. But the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Oh, look at Mr. Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw it straight. Gonna take a shot. He's got it. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Throws to the wideout. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys? And the Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Wide open downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Hawkeyes in the hurry up.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes he. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
No!
Target over the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
Man, money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's John. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out. He would fall to the ground.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. reception run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. You start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. To the air. It's straight. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Trying to take it back.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. But they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He makes it run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. And defenses can't cover. That last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Utah. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. A little too anxious on that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Snags a quick pass on the left, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback. Get the ball out of your feet, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, it's straight. He tries to take the top off. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. They got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This quarterback obviously had a lot of film coming into this one. He's been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Got it set up on the outside. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
We'll pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them...
Tight end trying to get in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. Touchdown, Hawkeye! They take the lead with the 6.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, it's picked off at the worst possible time.
How about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Looking to throw, it's John. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, and this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Offense in a bunch formation.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the defender. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
And that's a a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for a crease, it's Lewis. Got some room in the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Got his man quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Kennick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on third down. Dropping back, it's Sharp. Under fire. He makes a catch. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. He is having a day, and there's still a ways to go, but pretty soon he might make a call on Kayshon Boutte's single-game receiving record.
Yeah, and if I'm him, I'm going to my QB and be like, listen, dog, I'm close. Feed me that rock. I want to go get the record. Nobody's guarding me. Nobody can stop me. Just get it to me, and I'll make the plays for you. And right now, listen, if I'm the LSU quarterback, I'm like, yeah, you keep doing that, I'll keep feeding you the rock.
Wants to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. And as a result, it's an incompletion.
Quickly complete. Trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Dropping back, it's Sharp. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Spits it out to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it go. Found a seam. Still running at the 40. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Dances away. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
Just drives it between the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Mississippi State made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of the quarterback. And are his feet set where now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football, and you can tell his feet weren't set. He was drifting a little bit.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Looking downfield, it's Sharp. Pulls it in, it's Wiggins. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass, it's Sharp. It's complete on the right side. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn up.
Going for it all. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a 1st down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Back to throw, it's John. Here's the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way back from the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense and the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move, it's Cook. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, it's John. Right on the money. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He breaks a tackle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing care.
And into the end zone. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move.
What a missed opportunity. You got an opportunity after that drive to go take the lead when you're trailing. And now you turn the football over, give the football right back. Defense needs to come out, bail you out, get a big stop, get the ball back so you can try to take the lead.